Good afternoon, I'm Jeff, I'm with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at 6045 Southeast Boise Street here in Portland. We're located at the front of the home. We've got a 4-inch cast iron cleanout off to the left of the front doorway. It's a point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. And it transitions here to, looks like 6-inch concrete. Well, I have kind of a tough angle on it. It does look like it might be 6-inch. There's kind of a void off to the side I can't see to. Right now I'm going to just call it 4-inch concrete pipe here at 6 feet. Yeah, the corner we just took there, we'll revisit that on the way back out. I'm going to go locate this spot right here in a moment. It does appear that we've got a Y connection in the line here at 48 feet. I'm going to push a little further out here and see if we can find the main lateral. Now whatever's going on right here, my camera is not wanting to go past it. It's getting stuck on it. Oh, maybe there it goes. But that Y connection is a big indication of a possible party line with the neighbor. So I'm pushing out here a little bit further to see if we see another connection to the main lateral. Here at 65 feet, I'm going to have to stop. The camera's getting stuck down that. It looks like the joint there is separated or broken out, and the camera's just getting stuck in that crack there, or space between the joints. Alright, the line is now drained out. Right here, it's kind of hard to say because I have my camera's just at a tough angle, and but it looks like the line has separated here, the joint has, and it also looks like it may have kind of broken away there. That's a pretty big space between those pipes that could be allowing water to seep out. It's kind of hard to say. I'm going to go ahead and reel back here and try and find where the party connection or the Y connection is at, and see where I locate that. So generally, a Y connection is usually the line is angling over to someone else's property. And that Y connection is right here, 48 feet. I'm going to go locate this. I'll mention the location of where it's at here in a moment. Alrighty. I located and marked the Y. We are out in the grass curb strip, just a couple feet from the street curb. The line does angle. If you're standing at the front of the house by the cleanout, looking out towards the road, the line heads over to the far front left corner, over towards the neighbor. Here, I'll give the house number. And most likely it would be party with the house number 6105. It's the blue house directly to the right of this home. And again, you have to, in this situation, I recommend contacting the city to see if they have record of a party line situation here and how they would like this to be resolved. In this part of town, party lines are not allowed anymore, and in general, they often have to be separated, and new lines have to be run out in most circumstances. And I wanted to mention that at 66 feet where I stopped, that's a good 20 feet beyond that point in the grass curb strip, which would put the line out in the middle of the street. So likely the camera was very, very close to hitting the main lateral before getting caught in that joint. Overall, the concrete itself, you can see a lot of aggregate rock showing through throughout it. It still looks to be functioning relatively well, especially for its age, but it's showing a lot of wear. The lifespan and it just wears out over time. There a likely party line situation. This would be a good time to update the sewer line or sleeve it. Sleeving would be an option. In this situation, it's tough to know. You have to contact the city and find out what they want done. And sometimes you're allowed to leave the line where it is and just continue off from there, dividing the two and running two separate lines. And other times you have to run a completely new sewer line all the way out. So in this situation, you need to consult the city to find out what they require in this situation, and also to verify the party line connection with the neighbor. They generally have records of the old diagrams that can confirm. But generally, when you see a Y connection like that, it rarely is ever a storm drain connection or something. It's usually always a party line with the neighbor. But as far as the flow goes, the line is functioning again relatively well considering the condition that it's in. But again, this right now would be an ideal time to update the sewer line because there's likely going to require some work to be done, and it's cheaper to do it all at once than to do it at two different times. And without being able to get all the way out to the main lateral, I don't know what any pipe looks like beyond that point. But the Y connection is marked. And what I would do if some of that line is allowed to remain, I would sleeve it so you don't have to dig that part of it up. So that part is updated, and then continue from that point on out. The sleeving doesn't require digging, but again, there's some questions need to be answered to the city before you know what to do